The 205 is completely resealed, gasketed, painted, other than the bottom side, which I'll do after we put it up under the truck. But it's ready to go. 2-stick conversions done to it. We got long tubes on it now. Valve covers are on. That ain't the right breather. I got new breathers and shit for it. I was switching this lid out, and I ain't got no screws. This didn't come with no screws, so I got to get a screw kit for the ATI. Get rid of that super coil lid because the back ones are a bitch to get to with it on there. As you can see, it's a pretty tight fit, but she's rolled over, number one, stuck, pointed at number one. I got to get the heater hose fittings taped up and run back in. I just put stainless ones in it. They were actually cheaper than the brass ones. That's for the altimeter temp gauge. I got another sending unit like this that goes in for the Davies Craig fan controller. Trim the ground wires down, transmission kick down cable, get the throttle bracket and all that up here done. Yes, I'm putting Ultra 40 wires on it because I had them. I also use them. I got to get this changed out. All the pulleys and everything are on. I fixed the bracket down here. I just enlarged the hole on it, one drill size, and it took care of it. But this is all ready. Radiators in, twin 16s. I thought the 14s or 16s. See what happens when I don't get no sleep. But yeah. Wiper motor, got it replaced. Wiper transmission's new. 4-inch cowl hoods on it, and it's set where it needs to be and marked. I just gotta get it painted. Gas cap door with a shitload of clear on it. Interior is starting to come together. The doors are all put together. I redid these. Piece of aluminum in there from a aluminum jegs dash kit. JB weld all around it and body worked it with it, painted it, cleared it. But there's that window. There's that window. And then there's your locks. The gauges are all autometer 2 5/8 Pro Comp with a GPS speedometer. And I'm just going to run, I got a whole box of them damn monster tacks. So I've got some I've had since I was in my 20s. Flares are all on and done. This is done. Tailgate's on. All done up. Cap, front cap, the side caps. I got some LED tail lights for it. We're going to rinse the frame off. Go over again with Rust-Oleum, paint the underside of the bed, the inside of the bed wells, and I'm going to bed liner all of that when I do the spring and liner in the bed, because I got 2 of the biggest Raptor kits they got. Get the hubs painted and everything. I got to wire the mirror lights in and the power for the mirrors inside and the little joystick for them. I got to pull the studs out of here and put longer studs in for the wheels. And you can see, yeah, if I didn't say that, we got stainless long tubes on it now. Just easier to do the exhaust. Front shocks are on, sway bar, all new bolts, drop brackets and bushings, all polyurethane cab mounts. Got those finished up and gusseted and back on. The core support mounts for it to go from square body to OBS. I'll show you here. There's the rear shocks, bunch of miscellaneous little shit parts for it. Here's this is the diff covers that are going on it. They're both the same, the 14 bolt, the Dana 44 one. I might use that cell to start the engine on. I'm not sure yet. I took hole saw. I just got to sand them out and fix them for my center caps to go over the front lockouts. That's done. We've had that playing with this. This dude's ready to go. Transmission's been changed. Level 4's out. The level 5's in it. The new converter's in it instead of a nitrous converter. that it's had in it since the beginning because it was NA. It's now got a converter that's better suited for the turbos. I ain't worried about the transmission because the new one's rated to 2,000 horsepower, the level 5, rather than the level 4 was only rated to 900. I got the drag rails on it. I've already made a little bit of licks around the block with it. I just put new plugs in it today. So, and it's got race fuel in it, everything. It's coming out here in the next week or two. So, and we upgraded the flex plate. It was SFI approved. It was a Lunati plate, flex plate, but now it's got a much better haze plate, and it's also got 6 bolts in the converter now rather than 3. So these are all done. They'll go in last. I got to pull this off and paint it, this off and clean it up and paint it. No, I did not paint the back of that. I'm just going to rattle can it black because nobody's going to see it. Okay. I got a fuel tank I think will fit between up inside the frame right behind the cab. If it does, then I run my fill neck right over to it. The biggest one I could squeeze in there's 19 gallons, so it's going to have to do. No, I'm not doing the blazer tank back here or any of that shit. I don't want to get in the bed to fill the damn thing with gas. That's the whole thing. Get the receiver hitch put on it, get the bumper brackets made, I'm just putting a black OBS bumper on the back. Same thing on the front, except I'm gonna cut the center out of it and put a winch, cut the center out of the bumper and make something to go between here and there. These big pieces of plate, the mount a winch right here, and I'm just gonna use the ends off the bumper. So. But I got the grill in the house, the black grill. I got smoked out headlights for it, LED marker lights. I've got to get these little plastic extensions, the ones I had. I had 2 sets of fenders, and each set had 1 broke. So, and this is all done in bed liner. It's just got primer dust and shit all over it. That's why it needs washed. But I'm gonna get off here and get the master cylinder swapped out real quick, and then start finishing up. I got all the plugs. This side's in tight, on, header's tight. I gotta put 1 sensor in, and then I'll move to the other side and do all of it. Tighten the valve cover down, do all that, hit the water neck, the heater hose fittings, get the thermostat housing on it, thermostat in it. And the top hose, I'm just using the K30 OBS top hose. It should fit right because the OBS trucks use these little ass water necks. And then the bottom one is also for OBS Chevy, but I'm thinking I might have issues where that frame dips right there. So I don't know yet. I'm trying to visualize an OBS chassis in my head. It just comes out straight. If I remember right, it don't dip down or anything. So, but we'll figure it out and get it going. Hose clamp on the return line. I'll double clamp it. Get the breathers in it. And then go from there. Go get me some screws for a non-super coil and coil cover. But that's where we're at. Still got to order carburetor, the fuel tank. I've already got the pump. I've already got dash 6 lines, what I'm gonna run to it. It's just a Carter pump. I'll show you. This is the fan controller right here. Davies Craig digital fan controller, and I got the sending unit that goes into the head or the intake instead of the one that goes in the radiator. If I can do this with one hand. Don't knock these pumps. This is what I'm going to use. It's made for carbureted engines. These little Carter pumps like this, they're like $65. The damn things last forever and they work. And those wires will stay on there if you know what you're doing when you put them on. You can also take a pair of crimpers and crimp them just a little bit and push them on and they'll lock on tight. Just an extra relay. This is all extra stuff for the power windows. Extra switches, extra wiring harness and setup for both sides. If I need it down the road, I've got it. Starter bolts I bought that I didn't need. The back center caps. Transmission control module for 08 Ultima out here. I got 2 of them. That's just the second one. Some rust converter, primer, more rust converter. And then diff gasket. There's a lube locker gasket for the front over there. Air cleaner is going to get recycled. 8-gauge wire. So I can make, because I'm just running the 1 wire. I run it from the alternator down to the positive battery terminal. I don't run it to the battery. But that's about it. That we cleaned up some of the trash shit out here so I can walk around without tripping over stuff. But that's where I'm at. The last thing will be the windshield. I'm putting it off now to the very end to get it replaced. So, and then I got a seat out of a 97 or 98 to go in it because I don't like the older OBS seat. I don't like it at all. So that's where we're at. Let me shut the hood. Let you guys see what it looks like. Yep. Messy shop's a busy shop. So once I get the black grill in it, the smoked out headlights and everything, and be just fine. Everything's bolted down except the bed. I gotta scoot it and square it up just a little bit. Get the gap even on both sides, cab the bed gap, and then bolt it down. And I got all stainless bolts for that. So I already welded a nut on the one in the very back that was broke off and got it out. And I had the same thing on a seat belt retractor bolt. I got it out. But there we are. I'm gonna put clearance lights on it, smoke clearance lights too. So I gotta do that yet and mark them all off and get the lines drawn so I can get them all centered up. They'll be LED yellow to match everything else. But that's where we're at. So everybody stay safe. God bless. Get out and do something. Summer and spring's coming. Start getting the projects out. Drive them, play with them, do something. Till next time. Later.